We're gonna make it. I mean, 100%. Like, I have 100% win rate in relegations, and some start saying.
My mantra since day one is, if there's ever pressure, you need to accept it, you need to excel in it, and you need to smash it. And what we do best is we walk into elimination games with pressure on us, and we win.
Both teams are not very good. We're prepared for all the teams.
All we want to do is like improve and win.
We don't really care who we're gonna play against. We're gonna make sure we stay in LCS.
I'm confident in my team because we've been through a lot these past 5 months. When it really matters, we always show up.
Hello and welcome to our first series of this promotion tournament. 2 spots in the European LCS Summer Split are on the line, and the battle starts today in a best-of-5 series featuring Giants and Fnatic Academy. Earlier this week we saw Giants back on stage, Fnatic coming up onto the stage as well. They're exciting stuff all round. Hello everyone, I'm Aaron Medic Chamberlain, and with me to cast this series is none other than the magnanimous, the magnificent, the wonderful, the beautiful Andrew Vedius.
You missed excellent in that list.
I'm sorry.
Next time he'll get it.
Please
He'll
don't
get
hit
it.
me again.
We've been feeling the good vibes today. We're in great mood. It's promotion tournament time. Double elimination bracket is what I meant to say.
Very good. As opposed to a double bracket elimination.
Exactly.
2 entirely different
But we
things.
have 2 very fun teams, so let's jump right into it.
Yeah, let's take a look at how the winners of the promotion tournament will be decided. Comes down to this. Basically, if you win 2 series, you are guaranteed a spot in the European LCS Summer Split.
Yeah, and if you lose 2, you're out. You're done. You're back down into Challenger Series, or maybe you're going there for the first time. Regardless, that's not where you want to be.
Some good casters down there, I hear. So let's take a look at the lineups for today's series. Starting us off on the blue side, it's Fnatic Academy. In the top lane is Kikis. Their jungler is amazing. Mid lane is Niski, AD carry Mr. Rales, their support Cly, and their coach Coops.
And they will be going up against the LCS team, who will be taking the red side of the Rift, Giants. In the top lane is Flaxish, their jungler Memento. In mid lane is Knight, their AD carry Hiku. On support is Hustlin, and their coach Lozark.
Yeah, 2 strong teams there all round. Let's start by looking at that Giants squad. It's a team that's been in this sort of situation a few times before. If you look back across their last 2 splits as a team, they've been in that promotion tournament every single time in the spring split. They get to the playoff tournament as well, though, when they get through to summer. So if they win in the promotion tournament, they have a great springboard to get up into the playoffs.
It seems to be a thing that reoccurs for the Giants squad, where they have a bit of a rough time. They're still rebuilding. They're renewing themselves in spring. They end up down in the promotion tournament, but as you heard Lozark say, 100% win record. They always make it through that promotion tournament into the summer, where they suddenly revitalize, they're renewed, and they are ready for a great summer split.
I mean, I love the fact he's got a 100% win rate, but I think if you give the actual in-detailed stats, it doesn't sound as impressive. He's won 11 games and lost 7. So he's still at about 70% win rate. It's not 100% though.
And when you look at his regular season performance, so far the team has only managed to net 2 series wins throughout the entirety of spring 2017. And that is why they're here today. They have not had the best performances, while a few of their individuals have actually been stepping up. Look in particular at Memento and Knight. These 2 players really have been the shining stars of the lineup. Memento has had some very successful early game plays with the likes of Graves and Kha'Zix, and we've also seen Knight being able to pop off on champions like the Ahri, like the Talon, where when they do get these early leads, they really have been big contributors to the success of their team.
But as much as individual strength can get you some places, it's really the team strength you're looking at. And Giants haven't shown me a development, a growth in that strength across this split. Compare them to Roccat, equal scoreline midway through the split. Roccat went on to almost make playoffs, and Giants have been floundering at the bottom of the table. Their opponents today are Fnatic Academy, coming off an exciting matchup in the playoffs. They had a 5-game thriller versus Paris Saint-Germain. Really played to their strengths in that series and capitalized on a few of Paris Saint-Germain's weaknesses.
It was a very tense series between both teams, but the player that really stood out to me was Kikis up in the top lane. This guy was able to bring out some of the unique carries. He brought out the Akali, he brought out the Camille, he played a few Shen games as well, but really, when this guy was given the potential to make these plays and force Paris Saint-Germain into situations that they didn't want to be in, is where Fnatic Academy could shine. And we had a chat with Kikis in the break room. We talked about how they're thinking about some more new and interesting picks that he could bring out. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he can bring today.
When they picked Akali, you almost broke my ears with your shout of joy, so I'm hoping they don't pick anything too eclectic. They seem to rely a lot on their compositional advantages, though. 1-3-1 seems to be their strategy, worked well into the team fights that we had coming from Paris Saint-Germain. However, Giants tend to play 1-3-1 as well. Yeah,
I think it's a play style that both teams rely on because they rely fairly heavily on their individual skill. Both teams, not necessarily the biggest in terms of their teamwork, still growing as a team. Remember, all of the roster changes that Fnatic Academy have had throughout the regular season of the Challenger Series mean that they haven't been able to grow as much as they would have liked. But for Giants, we really, as you said, haven't seen much growth for them throughout the regular split. So 1-3-1 is a composition that allows them to rely on their individual strengths and look to outplay their opponents.
Well, we are going to get into picks and bans for the first game of this best of